The war over New York City's new congestion tax is revving up. The plan could go into effect as soon as next April and is now facing criticism from the Garden State over the tax's impact on New Jersey commuters. Joining us right now for more is Kathryn Wylde. She is the president and the CEO of the Partnership for New York City. Kathryn, I realize that there's not a lot you can say on this point. I know we're leading with this, but we'll talk about a lot of other things that are facing New York right now, too. But this is in the headlines right now, and it is causing a lot of concern for commuters who are coming in from New Jersey who feel like they are already taxed pretty heavily by the tolls that they pay at the GW Bridge or any of the tunnels to get into New York City. Now, if they want to drive into Midtown, they're going to pay a much heftier fee. New Jersey politicians have basically all been saying the same thing, that this is the MTA looking to make up for a budget shortfall on the backs of New Jersey commuters. What can you say about it?
New Jersey should get over it. We have more than 80% of Manhattan office workers, including those from New Jersey, use public transportation and will benefit from the tolls from congestion pricing. If somebody is driving into Manhattan from New Jersey, they're paying between $40 and $50 a day for a parking space. So they can well afford the additional toll that will support our transit system.
Okay, as one of those commuters, thank you. Look, I don't love being in New York. I never wanted to be in New York to begin with. I'm here, but okay, we'll get over that. Maybe we'll move the show back to New Jersey. If part of the problem is that you can't get people back into offices, this seems like a crazy time to come up with this incentive. And I did hear Governor Murphy from New Jersey talking about it the other day, saying, look, it'd be one thing if we had moved to make sure that we were doing some of the additional commuting issues to make sure that the tunnel was built up for the train lines to come through. We've dragged our feet on that, so it's not the right time to do it.
Well, I don't think that's correct. We just got word that the federal government is going to put on almost $8 billion.
Almost $80 billion, but it's going to take years and years before it's finished and actually up and running.
Well, that's not the federal government's fault. That took a long time to get the agreement on the plan, but we did get the financing now. We now have the local financing in place. The tunnel's moving forward, but that is really not the point. New Jersey depends on our mass transit system and should be contributing. What they're asking for in terms of discounts, what they're asking for is for New York City basically to carry the burden for a regional transportation system. So that wouldn't be fair either.
That is not the case. New Jersey pays heavily. And by the way, all New Jersey residents who work here are taxed and pay New York City and state taxes rather than paying those taxes to New Jersey.
Well, they do pay taxes to New Jersey, too. I'm not going to defend our tax burden. It's high. But unlike
just telling you, New Jersey commuters pay an awful lot to New York City and New York State. They don't have a vote here, but they pay pretty heavily.
Well, that is true, but that's a tax policy issue, not a congestion pricing issue. Very few New Jersey people drive their cars into Manhattan every day. And as I said before, if they can pay for parking, they can pay congestion fees.
Okay, so let them eat cake. Let's talk about what's happening with the New York City real estate. Commercial real estate has been a serious issue, and there's not the same push to get people back to work. People who've been away for years probably have gotten to the point where they have proven to their employers that they can work away, and I don't hear as much of that push. There was a push for a while. Seems like people think that at this point they can work from anywhere.
I think you're going to see, starting in September, that there will be a strong, consistent office presence at least 4 days a week. We're now at 60% office presence on the average weekday. We've seen transit ridership go up, and that press is going to continue because what we found, businesses are just as profitable, they're just as productive, but the professional development of employees has suffered through remote work. So we're going to see, yes, some flexibility. Everyone's saying you can forget Friday in the office, but remote work is not going to replace the important functions that presence in the office, being part of a team, the mentoring that goes on, the relationships with clients and other staff members. It's not going to be replaced by people sitting home.
So, in other words, no problems in New York City? Everything's great?
The economy of New York City is great. It's actually, we lost very little except in the tourism area, service industry during the lockdown, during the pandemic. But otherwise, our economy's been growing to 2 to 4% a year. We have a very strong tech sector. We've seen for the first time last year, we had more tech startups in New York City than in San Francisco. So we're seeing a strong economy, and we certainly intend that should continue.
So no problems here. Nothing you wish would be done.
As you pointed out, as you mentioned earlier, commercial real estate is seeing all-time high in vacancy in Manhattan. So the older commercial buildings, there is a problem. Our state legislature failed to create some zoning and tax incentives in the session that just ended in June. And as a result, we're concerned about that, a delay in the conversion of buildings or rebuilding parts of Manhattan where the older commercial stock just isn't up to modern standards. But where we have modern new office buildings, upgraded buildings with amenities that employers are investing heavily in, we're seeing, one, people are coming back to the office with more regularity, and two, they're commanding rents that are higher than we had pre-pandemic. So the commercial market, a big chunk of it, the older buildings are suffering, but we had 20 years of nothing but commercial real estate in Manhattan going up. Our economy today is becoming less Manhattan-centric, and there's going to be a dip in those values for a while, but I have total faith that the value of Manhattan property ultimately is going to continue to rise.